Well, hi again, everybody. Welcome to another episode of 100 Yards of Football. This is the Sports Page with Bob Case. I'm Harper LeBel, and we have a very special guest today. This is the first Hall of Famer that we've had on the show, Bob. We've had plenty of Hall of Famers that are in mind. We had Ron Yeri from the National Football League, but this is an individual that just recently got his reward for baseball and his excellence in it in Cooperstown. And we want to welcome Tony Oliva to the show. And Bob, you've known Tony since what, late 60s, early 70s? The two of you have known each other. It's amazing how long it's just great.
I remember Bobby was a little baby when I met him.
Well, he's not a baby anymore. He's a little thin on top, right? We all are a little bit.
Me
and,
too.
A little bit grayer. Yeah, we need to have a baseball cap to hide it from us. But Bob, first and foremost, a friend, a legend for so many different reasons in the baseball world, and someone that you've looked up to for a very long time.
Yes, Harper. Talking about to introduce Tony Oliva, I could take up the whole show, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try to be as brief as possible. But I met Tony when I was 18 years old, and he was in the big leagues 2 years, but he didn't come to LA until 1964. And that's when he won a batting title in his rookie year and his second year. And all I can say is, with all the players I've ever been around and all the years in baseball, this guy could be definitely the top of the list, because I never, ever have heard a negative word about him from anybody. How about I never heard any negative stuff come out of his mouth about anybody? He was always happy. He would light up the locker room. He used to bring mangoes into the locker room, and people, they just loved him. Everybody loved Tony. His teammates loved him. The opposition loved him. And so, you talk about a Hall of Famer. He is a consummate Hall of Famer in every area of his life. He's been with Gordette from day one. He's got a beautiful family. His daughter, Anita, just helped us get him in here. She's a sweetheart. You talk about, there's not anything negative in his life. It's been all positive. Now, he's had to struggle a lot and go through a lot of stuff. But, there's very few people I can actually say. Now, Tony, he used to come to LA all the time. We'd go to Cuban restaurants here. And I was very fortunate to know the guy that, Tapani, who signed Tony to his first contract. Tony will tell you about the story. Fernando Tapani was a minor league player for the Washington Senators, and he lived in LA, and we'd go to the games together and talk about Tony and everything. And it was, so when he would come out here, we'd go to Cuban restaurants and meet all the people, and the restaurants loved having Tony in the restaurants. But he's just been I can honestly say I love the guy. I love the guy.
Bob, is it fair to say the only people that didn't like him were the opposing pitchers, and they couldn't figure out how to pull
okay,
him out?
Let me go on to this. Now, then I'm going to shut up and let Tony talk. But I was around, I represented many players after I got out of the locker rooms. I've been around baseball my whole life. So I talked to a lot of pitchers, okay? And Dean Chance, who won the Cy Young Award in '64, used to say to me, Bob, I would rather straight pitch face Yastrzemski, Mantle, Yastrzemski, Mantle. I'd rather face Frank Howard. I'd rather
Willie Mays.
Then Tony Oliva was the last. And see, the players that talk. That's why I said, why did it take him so long to get in the Hall of Fame? Because the players know. You don't go to sports writers. You don't go to fans. The players know, and they all knew the greatest. How about he led the league before he had all the knee surgeries? He led the league in doubles 4 times. Doubles. The guy was amazing. He could hit home runs. He could hit, and then he wins the batting title after he had knee problems, hitting .337 in 1973. The guy was just unbelievable. And the last thing I'm going to say, the most amazing statistic in the history of baseball, and I sent it to you, but you could.
Yeah, this is great now, folks. Listen.
This is unbelievable. He had a .304 lifetime batting average. He hit .304 against left-handers. Is that Gordette in the background?
He made me come out.
Oh, great. Good to see you, sweetheart. You're looking great.
Hello. You have to say hello.
Yeah, I'm so glad you did.
To me to come out and say hello to you.
I'm glad you did, sweetheart.
Thank you.
God bless you. You're taking great care of him too. But anyway, 304 against left-handers, 304 against right-handers, 304 at Metropolitan Stadium, and 304 on the road. and a 304. Now, wow, that's you in the history of baseball. There's been over 10,000 guys to play Major League Baseball. You couldn't say that about any of them. It's a 1 in a million shot, and that's. But anyway, I could go on and on and on talking about him. And the last thing I'm going to say, when I first met him, I said, Tony, you speak one word of English. And this is 2025. He speaks 2 words of English. But no, I'm just joking. He really speaks good English now. But there used to be a Polish first baseman that played for the Minnesota Twins, and Tony, his name was Bob Gorinsky, and Tony would always say, "Yeah, that Polaka." He called him a Polaka. That Polaka. I didn't even know what Polaka meant. I finally found out it meant Polish and Spanish, but
yeah,
it was hilarious. He was also one of the funniest guys. Always happy. Never did I ever see him refuse an autograph. Ever did I ever see him big league anybody. I see mobs of people around him. He signed for the kids. He was just wonderful. That's all I can say. There's not one thing I couldn't say about this guy, and I'm honored to have you, Tony. I really actually love you, Tony, and I'm not gay.
You know, man, it's nice. It's nice to hear something like that, you know, to speak. He know me for a long time, and coming like that, you know, as believers, I have to believe it, you know, but that was me, you know. I can't. If people ask for my autograph, I'd be willing to do it. If people, I like 87 years old. Still today, I'm more famous than when I play. Now, me and my wife or my daughter or my friend, I go any place now. The people, you know, stop me, men or kids or ladies, all ones, they want now to take a pictures. Now, here in Minnesota, especially, I think almost everybody have my autograph or they have a picture in the wall someplace. I think it's unbelievable. But it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. And when you talk about the good time and the hard time, the other time when I was down, yeah, I said 1972, right after I got hurt, because I was thinking I was able to play this beautiful game that I love all my life. Yeah, I not be able to play no more. And my wife told me one day like that, look, if you don't can play no more baseball, God give you 2 hands, 2 legs, you can do it, so another thing. And that picked me up like that. I never worry no more about that, you know. From that day on, was my life changed completely, you know, because I think my career was over. And those days different today. When you're a ball player, I was thinking about the family. I said, how I got to care now my family, my house, my wife, my kid. How they be able to go to school and something like that if I don't be able to play this beautiful game and make some money to take care of the family. You know, that was a big thing for me. But to have a person like my wife come and tell me something like that everything was different from that moment on.
Wow. Well, Tony, you were born on July 20th, 1938 in the Pinar del Rio province of Cuba on the western side of the island. You said before we went on, it's about 100 miles from Havana. What was baseball like for you growing up? Was that just something that everybody played? You had no choice. They've got great boxing, as Bob knows, there in Cuba. Football, you know, soccer is a big sport. But what got you to start really clinging to baseball and hitting fastballs and being able to throw and run and catch and do all the things as a little kid would grow up doing? What was that like for you?
Like I grew up on the farm. You know, I got 5 brothers, 5 sisters, a few kids around me, you know, in the neighborhood. And the only thing entertainment was to play baseball. Every time we got a chance, I go to, after come back from the school, country school where we went, we go to the field because my father was so nice. He played baseball himself. And our farm, he built a field, you know, that we play sometimes Sunday. This is what we play. We play this Sunday here, and the next Sunday we go to another place, another farm, or go to town to play. And this is the way I started playing when I was a little. You know, every time I have a chance, I play. Yeah, I got my couple, my young brother, he used to throw to me any little thing. You know, we make the own baseball, or we got some cone cap. We can cut and put some little stuff around, and make a
Yeah.
baseball. And for bats, most of the time I get a branch. I make my own bats over there because we were poor. We don't have no money. We got some
No.
cows and pig and that, work at the farm. But the farm is different than farm here in the United States. And when you're poor, you have to do the stuff yourself if you want to do it. And all those kids over there, they love to play the game. I have two brothers, four brothers, and me. But two of my brothers play in the Cuban team after I left. But the other brother, they practice a little bit baseball with me, but not that much. But the neighbors, they used to come together. We get together, got a team. We play a slow pitch a lot. You see, I told you, I practice a lot to hit. This is the reason why I come here to the States. I was better hit a breaking ball. Anytime throw me a change or throw me a break, any kind of breaking ball, I was able to hit it a lot better than fastball. Well,
Really?
I think because they usually those kids in Cuba, they learn to hit the break, because they try to trick you up, they try to throw you all kind of pitches.
Yeah.
If you practice, if you make your own baseball and cone cap, you put some stuff around, or you throw, that's the ball move, and
Yeah.
then you throw too hard. You have to learn to wait for the ball to hit it.
Yeah.
Yes, I think this is the reason. I think that I was a pretty good hitter, especially every time I move, I hit it better than fastball.
Would it be fair to say, Tony, that you had to go to school first, and then you had to work the farm, right? They had to work, and then baseball later, right? Was baseball number 3 with your father and your mother and the priorities? But when you got to play all day on Sunday. You'd play till you were so tired, and then you'd have one more game after that with all the kids in the neighborhood. You'd always be playing on Sundays.
You're right, and you're right. And when we played, we get together after we come back from school sometime. We start play games. Sometimes it was dark, and still we play.
Yeah.
And that was
Can't see.
funny. That's funny because back in 1988, I went to Cuba. I taken my kid. My kid was little, my 10 years old, 12. And the first time they get there, those kids right there that are play baseball.
Yeah.
And my boy was 8 or 10 years old. The first time he said, "Oh, they only play baseball all the time." I said, "Yes, but this is they were so good."
Yeah.
We practice a lot.
And you're in a poor neighborhood, so maybe there's no lights, so you don't have access to the car, and the game would go until you literally couldn't see, and somebody's getting hit in the face with one of those curveballs that's coming at you with a manufactured ball that isn't round. It's got dents in it and everything, and you just keep playing. You're a kid, you don't know the difference.
We play. I think I like my daughter when we were there a few years ago. She taken some beautiful pictures from the farm where I grew up, and they saw me walk in the field, on this thing, and it's no light there, no nothing. When the light where I grew up, the electricity started getting about 1970s. I think I don't have no electricity and nothing where I grew up.
Right.
Wow.
And the sun comes up at 7 and it's down at 8 o'clock at night, right?
Sometimes 8, sometimes 9. We play. Yes, I like if you're in Canada, if you go to Winnipeg, Canada, sometimes 9 o'clock in the night, sometimes 10 o'clock. It looks like it's the daytime.
Yeah.
Hey, Tony, so you went back was the farm still there that you grew up on?
Yeah, but still there, but belong to the government.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
what kind of farm was it? Tobacco or corn? What did you grow?
We grow tobacco, corn, all kinds of vegetables. Plus, we got a few cows. We got a few pigs and chicken, a lot of chicken, and a lot of pigs, and a few cows. Couple of cows, 2, 3 cows. We got 2 milk cows and another 2 cows that help me to work in the farm and to apply to you plow the ground to plant the crop.
Yeah.
And you needed to cultivate that ground. I do that. I know, when we go to Cuba, I show to my wife what I used to do. We used to plow the ground, and that she can believe it. She can laugh about it, because before I tell her what I used to do, and they don't believe it. But when she saw me in person over there a few years ago, and she saw me go to the tobacco field and getting me a knife, and try to pick it out the tobacco, like it was yesterday. I did that for many years.
Yeah.
You see. Because
Well-
in Cuba, you go to school. If you live in the farm, you start work in the farm. When you're 8 or 9 years old, you start doing a lot of stuff around the farm. You see, and go to school if you live in the country. Because school was a very important tool for my family. They want you to learn to read.
Tony, could you help me out? What makes Cuban tobacco so good, where everybody goes, man, the cigars from Cuba are the best in the world? People order cigars from everywhere around the world because of what is it? Why are Cuban cigars so much better?
I think, especially where I'm from, Pinar del Rio. Pinar del Rio is the best one over there. The soil is different. And the way they put in the top they put in the ground, the way they take care of the tobacco leaf, they take care of that it's like a baby, And some places in Pinar del Rio, they have a cover, but they don't have any box or anything to touch those leaves. And the way they work in the field and cultivate the ground, and the stuff the fertilizer they put in the field make the tobacco a lot better. I think this is this. Since then, they used to be the same way like the sugar cane in Cuba. They used to be very good, too, because of the soil.
Yeah.
Make a big difference. And
So is it sweeter or is it more acidic? What is it? What is it about the flavor of the tobacco that everybody seems to crave from wherever else? This is part of where you grew up, so I'm just fascinated with that. That's your money crop, right? That's how you make your money.
That was the big thing. I like it. When I grew up, we planted some tobacco in our farm, and that was the big thing, for us. Which was we make the money. Grow in the tobacco field. You see, but for taking too much of work, that's the thing. You have to work very hard. You have to take care of that very good, and you have to have you have to work in the soil, the ground very well. And if you have the right fertilizer, everything has to be good. Perfect.
Yeah.
This is in Pinar del Rio, especially province, they have the best cigar. Still today, they do a good job over there.
From the time you get a seed in the ground to when you harvest it, how long is that? Is it a full year or is it just a few months?
No, you see, you put the seed. You see, a lot of times we put the seed in the ground because how you can explain it to that? You have a field where you have make a few little places where you put the seed, and later you take the plant, one plant at a time, and you transplant that plant to the soil.
Okay.
And most of the time, in those days you put it with hands, you put in the soil, okay?
Yeah.
Now I don't know how to do because everything changed now. They maybe use a machine or something, but
Right.
before we had to plant up one at a time. One plant at a time for about 1 foot separate one another.
Okay.
And later, you have to take care. You have to take care. Can get any grass, any sand there. Everything has to be perfect.
Get the weeds out. You got yes, absolutely.
Like sometimes you you start putting the place, the seed in this place about 3 weeks or a month. The plant is a big one enough already that you can transplant and take up about another 2-3 months after you plant, and that the tobacco is big enough that you can cut it and put it take it to the tobacco field, to the house field, and keep it there for 2-3 months. And you plant the tobacco, say you plant in December, and you pick it out like in April. But August, already you can start making the tobacco, it's dry and everything. You can start making all the transition. But everything has to be perfect, have to be dry enough, and not too. They wait to start to do this thing like in August or September, because by that time is when the times rain a lot and they get more softer, the leaf, and you can put everything together, and they can put in packets later. But after 5 months, 7 months, you can start to do stuff.
And then you get the best price for it because it's soft and it's more manageable and more desirable in the market. And then obviously you'd have some years were really good, and you get a new bat, I would hope, right? Instead of having to hit a stick from a tree. And other years it was tough, right?
Yes, but all depends too, because a lot of times you have to depend on the weather, hurricane or something like that.
Yeah.
But most of the time, those people, especially in Pinar del Rio, the way they take care of stuff, they have a water every same field, but they have the water every same. Most of the time they have a good one.
They have enough water to make sure it's just right.
But yeah, you got the water every same.
Yeah. Well, speaking of being just right, Tony, when were you good enough and you started recognizing that all my friends and the other guys that I play baseball with, I can play with all of them? I might be a little bit younger, but you were good enough to where you started building your confidence and playing and working on your speed and growing and getting stronger. Your hand-eye coordination was just right for baseball. When did that happen for you? Was it when you were a teenager or high school age? When did you know you were good enough to be able to play at the next level?
I think I was maybe 17 years old. When I think 17, but 17 or 18, when I went to start play in the city a little bit. After that, I moved to another place when I was about 19. I went to play for Roberto Fernandez Tapani. When I went over there, they used to bring some team from Havana to Los Palacios. And Los Palacios, we have a decent team. We have a pretty good team. One of these guys is Roberto Fernandez Tapani, who was the guy who saw me and taken me to see Joe Cambria. He brings some teams from Havana, and they those teams from Havana, they have some good high amateur ball players and some professional ball players who play here in the United States.
Okay.
I have the chance to play and catch those people. I tell myself, if those are professional, I think I can be professional too. Yeah, this is what happened like that, And I play after I play a few times, engage this team. Fernandez Tapanes, he came to me one day. He asked me if I like to. He said, "What you think? You like to play professional? You like to?" Since he was a professional, he played in the United States for a whole bunch of years. He for 401 years in the Texas League. I think he knows the difference, the person who can be professional or the person who, because I used to be able to run good, throw good, hit the ball hard, all this little stuff. And he see all that stuff in me. I said, if you talk to my mother, my father, if it is it's okay with them, yeah, I like to try it. Because, to come to the United States, where you grew up in the country, well, and with a big family, now you live there, and you don't know the language, you don't know anything, and to come to different countries, it's not that easy, But I say, you talk to my parents, if they say, okay, I go. And I was lucky enough, he come out, and talk to my mother, my father, and say, oh, yeah, it's fine.
So that was Fernando that did that?
Fernandez Tapani.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah. It's, you know him very well. You know, he's was so nice, and I can't believe it. That day, uh, he speak with my mother, and my father first, and later he come out to the house when this old man, you know, and the old man was your Cambria. I was working the field when he show up over there. I was over there I was planting corns. You know, come sit in the field. Yeah, come out to the house and they sign me. You know, I say, oh, perfect. Yeah, come to the United States. But that was unbelievable.
Yeah, Harper, you know what I got to say? That Tony Oliva, you know, the greatest hitter, blah, 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 that I ever saw the years I was down there. But how about he made himself a Gold Glove Award winner? You know, and Tony once told me he was prouder of doing that than the batting titles. Tell him, Tony, you won the Gold Glove. What year was that?
In 1966.
Yeah.
You know, hey, I was so bad. I had to laugh about myself when I first started here because I never played night game. I never played that much of baseball anyway, you know. And they wish they hit the fly ball. I say, I got it. The ball. I said, ooh, but 20 feet behind me. I hit a ground ball. Sometimes I don't know what happened. I sometimes sit down on the ground and look like the ball went through my leg. But what saved, you know, I say it's unbelievable. But they used to give me like 100 fly ball and ground ball every single day. That was, I started in 61, 62, but 62 I improved a lot. And 63 and AAA I make only a few errors. And 64 I was pretty good in 64 already. But I win 5 times. After that, I win 5 times the best outfield in the league, you know, in my position. I think that was pretty good for a person who no was able to catch the ball. I laugh about myself. Sometimes I tell myself, man, I can't believe it. Yeah. But you see.
I have a question, though, regarding, well, you're still on the island. Maybe it's Santa Clara or Matanzas. There's other teams that are around on the eastern side of the island that you would play. Did you ever play against a national team from Venezuela or Colombia or the Dominican Republic? Were there other international games that you were able to be a part of to kind of gauge whether or not you had what it took?
No, I never play any amateur baseball in Cuba.
Okay.
I never played no high school, no college, no any, no, you know. In those days, baseball in Cuba was very big. Like today, still baseball #1 today, but everything was concentrated in the big city, you know, like Havana, Matanza. You know, and now if you live in Pinar del Rio, and right inside the city, you maybe you get picked, but most of the time, most of the sport players come out from Havana and from Matanza for the big sugar cane plantation, or in Havana, because Havana used to be a lot of big stores. They sponsor a lot of those players. But the people from Pinar del Rio, they know uses, you know, talk too much about Pinar del Rio. This is it's only 3 or 4 guys come from Pinar del Rio, like Pete Ramos, Borrego Alvarez, a few of those guys only, because most of the guys signed from Havana up to Oriente.
Camilo Pascual, wasn't he part of
that? Yeah, he from Havana. Julio Beques, all those guys, you know, Havana.
Yeah, and they got to be teammates, and then all of you get to be good enough to where you're either drafted or you have a chance to go to the States, and that's really where the money was, and you wanted to pursue your dream to play professionally. Well, you're going to do it in the United States. Is that about right? Tell me what that was like for you to be scouted and eventually get to the U.S.
Yes, well, the first time when you get scouted and you come to the United States and you play in the United States, you have a chance to play in Cuba. You know, after you have to be very, very good if you class A ball to play in Cuba. thing. Most of the time, the Cuban ball players triple A and big league, double A, triple A, and big league because they used to bring some guys from the Anita.
Go ahead, Tony. We can hear you.
They used to bring a lot of ball players from.
What?
Okay. No, a lot of ball players from the United States. They allowed 6 or 7 players from the United States. Everybody, this is what.
Hi, Anita. We changed the view right there. We went from this to this, and
Okay.
we're getting a close up of Tony there, and he scared himself.
Yeah,
He thought he must have touched something.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh, we're
Anita,
good.
you were his firstborn, right?
Yes, I have. Well, I have an older half brother, Damien, but
Okay.
in our immediate family with my mom,
Yeah.
I'm the oldest.
Right.
Well,
You don't
thank
look.
you for
You don't
helping.
look. I know when you were born, and you don't look it. So whatever you're doing,
You're very kind. Thank
no,
you.
you look great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, Tony, you're just a young guy. It's 1961, and you end up in the United States, and you're with the Twins organization. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, you see, when you sign in Cuba, you sign your figure, you sign contract to go be 6 months. You come in here and play 6 months and come back home. This is what I think. But when I get to spring training after 3 days, I play. They give me a chance to play like 5 innings, and 10 times bat I have 7 hits anyway. Because for no reason or another, I was able to hit no matter what. But after that, they not have enough room for me. And another 10 guys, because 22 Cubans come out same time from Cuba to the United States in same time, because we come all day late. By the time we get to spring training, all there was 2 teams, either in Pennsylvania for Water Beach, Florida. And in Pennsylvania, everybody can play black, white, everybody can play, okay? And for Water Beach, Florida, and that league, only white people was able to play those days. And they don't have no room for me and another 10 players. I think they cut me, they let me loose, and another 10 players, they released them. But instead to send me to back home because they don't have then they came because they had to wait. They sent me to Charlotte, North Carolina. This is where I can wait there after they can send me back home. In the meantime, when I was there, Rigoberto Mendoza talked to the general manager there and tell him how, that I was a good ball player. They like to play baseball if they can give me another opportunity. And the field house speaker from Captain Griffith, and Captain Griffith agreed after 1 month to give me the other opportunity. And this is what happened. They gave me the other opportunity, and everything after that was history. Because I hit 410. I went to rookie league, I hit 410. After that, you see, I was a big prospect after that. But it was unbelievable. This thing happened.
Tony, you just told me you hit 410 in the minor league. Did you strike out at all? I mean, what the heck? You're just blowing the ball past everybody. The big club said, no, we're going to send you down. And you're taking some of the best pitching. What's this, AA, AAA level? And you're destroying it at 410. That's unbelievable.
Charlotte was AA.
I bet you, if they give me a chance, if my glove was alive, my glove was good. Like a lot of the ball players were signed today, already they played decent defense. I bet you I only played half a year in the minor league. Because the next year I went to spring training. I hit for 400 spring training as a year in 62. And this time me then passed to the Southern League. Went to the Southern League. I hit the whole year between 350 to 380. I hit 359 that year. I think I was hitting, no matter who pitched it, I hit it. I struck out very little.
Right.
Hey, Harper, let me tell you, Harper, you know
Yes.
what? They asked Casey Stengel to name the all-time great team that he saw, and he had Babe Ruth in right field and Ty Cobb in center. And he said, shoeless Joe Jackson in left. And what I was going to say, shoeless Joe Jackson, Casey said, Tony Oliva was much like him. He was a natural hitter, natural. In other words, there are very few players that I've ever seen in my life that I can close my eyes and see their swing. And he is one of them. Ted Williams was one of them. He is one of them. I can close my eyes and think about it. In the history of Minnesota, this guy was only a twin. Everybody else was traded. Killebrew was traded. Carew was traded. This guy was traded. This guy, these Hall of Famers. He was only a twin. They have a statue of him there, a huge statue at the ballpark. His number was retired years ago. He coached for him for years. He was a Calvin Griffith guy. So, I mean, you know, you talk about a historic figure, you know, with the Minnesota Twins, period. He's probably the absolute most popular player in the history of Minnesota. He would never tell you that, but I can tell you that. Yeah. The most popular player in the history of Minnesota.
Well, didn't he tell us, Bob, at the beginning? He goes, people still pat me on the head and they want to buy me drinks and they want me to, you know.
Hey, I asked him, Harper, one day I asked him on the phone, this is hilarious. I said, Tony, you know, this is 4 or 5 years ago when he went in the Hall of Fame. I said, Tony, is it any different for you now that you're a Hall of Famer? He says to me, I know change, but people treat me different.
Well, the people recognize me more now. Well, they recognized me before, but I was afraid. They don't know for sure they got the right person. But now they know for sure they got the right person. And now they you know, I've been in a couple commercials here in Minnesota, you know, with the Blaze, you know, Credit Junior. And man, they see me on TV all the time. And when the people see me now, they see, that was a TV, man. That it's a lot of fun, no. It's a lot of fun, you know something. But I'm so lucky that I play for one thing, I play for Minnesota Twins. The people here in Minnesota from the beginning being great to me and the family. From the beginning. I've been traveling a lot of different places in the United States. I play in the United States in a lot of different towns. I spent a lot of time in Florida, you know, Orlando, Florida. I used to have a house in Miami, everything. But Minnesota for me is my second home. I say Cuba, little Cuba is my Cuba. I think about Cuba. But Minnesota is Minnesota. That was, the people here is different. It's been super duper for me and my family.
As Bob said, you know, you're in the Hall of Fame. Does Gordette, your wife, or does your daughter there, do they ever say, hey, Hall of Famer, go take the trash out. Let's go. Let's go. You better take it out.
It's okay. They can do that to me, you know, because they know I love that, you know. But they treat me the same, you know, because the same way I treat them since the beginning. And I'm not going to say too much about my wife. Anything I can tell you is not enough. We know each other. When she don't speak any Spanish, I don't speak only. You like me, I like you. You know, and so, you know, and she put up with me for all those beautiful years. And still, I'm not speaking too much English, but she, you know, it's funny. Today, I was talking to her. What was why I asked her? I asked her something. Oh, to go to the clinic. No.
Yeah. Well,
cleaner. She said, cleaner.
Yeah, he said he wanted to go to the clinic, and I said, "What do you want to go to the clinic for?" He's like, "Clinic? No. I think I want to go to the cleaners." He said, "Okay, I'll take you to the cleaners."
Yeah.
Because
I don't want to get an exam. I just want to take my.
Have a good time with my English. She speaks Spanish now better than my dad.
Oh my gosh. Well, you know, Minnesota didn't have a whole lot of Spanish-speaking players back in 61, 62, 63, and you get brought up to the big club in 64. What was that like?
No, I came out to a big league in 62. My first stop. Oh, man, I can't believe it. I next to Soil Versailles, Camilo Pascual, Hamon Killebrew, Jim Lemon, Killebrew. Yeah, I said, I next to those guys. I can't believe it.
Earl Batty.
Oro Bad, Gene Cat, the Mocha Gran. All those people was in a big league already, and they were like for me, big league was super. Big league. Now they come at me, like a little rookie and that, not speaking the language. Hamon Kilbrew, they call me a rookie all the time. And 30 years later, he still used to call me a rookie. I never seen, Kilbrew was so nice and believer. It's a classic. I tell everybody, Kilbrew was too nice to be a ball player.
Yep.
He never threw the bat. He never said nothing. Never get mad.
A gentle giant.
Oh man, it wasn't believable. One of the kind.
Yeah. And a pretty good fastball hitter, right? I mean, I think in 65, you go to the World Series, right?
Yes.
65. He had 25 home runs that year, and only played 113 games. He was he hurt or was he's just not the starter at that time, right?
Well, he got hurt and playing first and base. He stretched in first and base. Running hit him in his arm and dislocated his shoulder, and he missed the second half of the season. But that was the year that we got Don Mitchell take over in first and base.
Yeah.
He did a great job for us, and we won the pennant.
Yeah, he had 22 home runs, didn't he?
Yeah.
And then about 65 RBIs, and he only played in about 128 games. So between the two of them, you had almost 50 home runs just out of your first baseman. That's not a bad year.
No. But Kilbrew, remember Kilbrew, he used to hit 48, 49 home runs every year. I say many times I hit behind him. I like to hit in front of him because when I hit behind him and he hit a home run, you know what happened? No? The next time when I come to hit, they throw to me. Because this is kind of baseball they used to play in those days. Somebody hit a home run, and many times they come and knock you down. The next hit it. I tell the kid, I like to hit third. You hit four. But it was a lot of fun playing from Kilbrew now.
No kidding. Well, Zoilo Versailles, am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Your shortstop?
Yeah.
I mean, he hits 285. He's got 20 home runs. You mentioned Mincher.
He won the MVP, Zorro, that year.
Yeah, Earl Batty, your catcher, he hit 297. You're hitting 321. Goodness gracious, who do you throw to when you're an opposing pitcher in Detroit or Cleveland or if you're throwing in what would another American League team that the Yankees, right? Who do you throw to?
Well,
your lineup was amazing, man. You every one of you could put the ball in play.
You're right. I tell you, they tell you something. A lot of times when we used to go, like we got it for Sayers, Oro Bada, myself, Kilbrew, Allison, Michi, Jimmy Hall. A lot of times the pitcher gets sick the night before. Because, many times they say, so go pitch tomorrow. Or so we get there and so no pitching the next day, because I tell you, we used to have a killer ball club. We can hit. And not only hit, we have a high average too. It's different. When you have a team, they have a few guys hit home runs, but if you have they hit home run and high average, make a big difference.
Even Rich Rollins was a great player.
Rollins,
But hey, Harper, one of my favorite memories was being at the World Series in 1965. Even though the Twins lost, Game 5, Tony cranked one out off of Don Drysdale. Boy, did I love seeing that.
What did he throw you, Tony? Do you remember? Was it a fastball high and inside, or what was it? A breaking ball? What did he try to get past you?
No, that type of thing. I don't remember what kind of pitch he threw to me.
Okay,
all good. A lot of people write down all that stuff, but I don't do that. I think one of the reasons that I think a lot of ball players today they struck out. I think they probably do the homework. I like can remember everything now is in computer. Everything or somebody tell you what to do. that you not left your mind working. But the people who do his left your mind working have pretty good idea what the pitcher do, because every ball do different things. Different pitcher throw different breaking ball, or different sinker, or different slider, or different change, or the most different. I think when you play, you should learn those little things and make you a lot easier for you to do your job.
Thank you for bringing that up. I want to ask you to be my coach. What was the most important thing? Was it your hand-eye? Was it a level swing? Was it your follow-through? You could hit with average, and you could hit for power. Not many people can do that. You had 40 doubles that year in 1965. You had 185 hits. You led the league, for crying out loud. I mean, you were putting the ball in play in a different way. But as Bob told me before we went on the air, you could hit for power. You could hit the ball off the wall. Other guys would hit for average, and they'd get a single. You're looking for three. You know, that's what I like about you, and how you're different from some of the others. You only had 16 home runs, but 40 doubles tells me you're putting the ball in play. What was your mindset like when you get to the plate? He can't throw anything by me, and I'm going to put this where if he makes a mistake, I'm going to make him pay for it. Tell me a little bit about that process for you.
Well, you know, a lot of times, when I practice, I used to practice how to hit the ball to opposite field, how to put the ball, how to make sure the guy throw me a lot of.
Was that in the minors that you learned to do that, or what was that in the minor leagues that you started learning how to do that, or was that in the majors?
No, and I think in Cuba when they throw those little.
As a kid, okay, thank you.
I learned to hit a lot of slow pitches. I don't say a slow pitch. I don't, because I throw slow. They throw these things. And the minor league, I personally, I like them to. You see, you have to play the game. I think the same way. You have to practice the same way you go play the game. If you practice only to hit fastball, you know, you got a good chance to hit a fastball sometimes. But sometimes you give it, but you have to, in the game, they're not going to throw you all the fastball. They're going to throw you some breaking ball and fastball. When I used to practice, you know, throw me fastball. I want to hit the ball to opposite field. I practice to hit the ball to opposite field. I try to pull it. I tell the pitcher, batting practice every day. The pitcher batting practice in those days, we used to practice outside. We know how to manage batting cases. We know how to manage pitching machine to throw to you. I prefer to see the arm. Yeah. I ask the guy to throw me breaking ball, throw me little slider, little curve, little different thing. If you learn to do that, you can react in the pitch. You see the pitch and you react right away. Your eyes moving faster. Yeah, I want to hit the ball to opposite field. Yeah, I want to put the ball. This is this. A lot of times I went to the place. I said, so and so go pitch today. I want to hit this guy to opposite field, no matter if it was a righty or lefty. And get your lefty, I don't think that I don't have that kind of approach. And get your lefty, I want to go over there, get very close to the play, and most of the time I hit it all over, or I pull it, lot of ball, and get your lefty. But get your righty, I got again get your righty because I hit it, go to opposite field, I pull it, do everything. I practice a lot to throw me a breaking ball. This is one thing that they not do it. They practice a lot, hitting breaking ball from the machine, the batting machine, you know. Different. It's different, I think.
Isn't it also harder to hit off of a live arm because the guy's going to get tired after a while? You only get a certain amount of pitches. When you got a batting machine, you could hit 2 buckets of balls, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying with the live arm, he's only going to throw you 5 curveballs, and then he's done. He doesn't want to throw it anymore. So you have to really take advantage of being focused and ready to go every time that you take batting practice because you have only a minimum amount of swings. Is there truth in that?
Yeah, but you see, okay, and the different the batting machine, the pitching machine, and the if you ask one of the coaches to throw you something, is that you see the arm, you see the motion, everything. The machine is something goes straight to you. You know, it's hard to time. For me, it was very hard to time. I don't want to do it. And when the season started, I never hit from the pitching machine. And we used to have one pitching machine, but I never hit a pitching machine. And those days too, we throw a lot of ball in practice. Today we have a lot of coaches, but a lot of the coaches throw a little bit ball in practice, 10 minutes, 12 minutes. I used to throw 30, 40 minutes. I used to be able to, when I was hitting coach in the minor league, we only have one manager in the minor league, no coaches. I used to be the hitting instructor for the whole minor league. Me and I used to go all the to the ballpark, tell the guy, hey, we hit extra today.
Yeah.
I throw those guys for 30 or 40 minutes to myself. Boom, boom,
Yeah, you throw 10 buckets of balls to the kids when you're managing, right? I mean, you're until your arm's ready to fall off, and then you got to do it again tomorrow.
Yeah, but you get used to it. If you like this game, you get used to it and you enjoy it. No problem.
Yeah.
The system has changed. Right now we have a lot of coaches, but they throw 10 minutes or 12 minutes and bring another coach to throw a little bit like that. Sometimes a coach come and throw a little bit longer because like they don't hit that much outside the way we used to go. I just remember we used to go to Boston. You see Kyle Stransky hit it, 2 o'clock hit for half hour. I still in the big league. Sometimes they invite me. I go to spring training, and those kids they hit 5 swing, 5 swing, 5 swing, 5 swing, or 10 swing, 10 swing, 10 swing. You're not going to achieve nothing from 5 swing, nothing. They go like, I was there, tell them, well, you can achieve over 5 swing. Get at least 10 swing, 2 bunts, or however, and swing. Practice hit the ball top of the field, how to put the ball or something. But the system is different. They think they get tired. And how you get tired and do something you like it now? It's all mental.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and it goes back to your roots in Cuba. When you'd play all day on Sunday, you'd be tired at times. You get a drink of water, you get a sandwich, and you go back out, you play 5 more games, or you play another hour, you play till it's dark, right?
You're right. I don't think really, if you want, get that tired, Or you like the people say, oh, I'm not feeling good. Listen, if you go play only when you feel 100%, you only may play 20 games this season because you never know when you're 100%. Sometimes you go, you're feeling good to play, but you're not feeling like, hey, after you cross that white line, you have to forget about all the rest of things. You have to be very hurt to be out of the lineup or something like that. If you have to play.
You said it on numerous occasions here, just in the amazing game of baseball. You love it. It's so easy to do, and you were good at it. So why would I ever want to stop? I want to keep hitting. I want to hit more and pitch more to me. I'll hit till you get tired, right?
You know what? The only time I remember my first year, I played 161 games, and the next year I played. The only time I missed the game is if I was very, very, very hurt.
Yeah.
Because if I was fine, I don't want no day off. I want to play every day because baseball you can lose your time, especially when you be hitting well. You not want day off because you can use your time overnight, and sometimes you never know. Take it sometimes 2 or 3 games, or sometimes take it longer before you get your time back. If you're not smart enough to do the little thing, sometimes you have to go to the ballpark once in mind. Hey, I want to practice how to hit the ball top of the field. I want to see today my swing is not the same, because you have to know. You don't have to tell somebody. I don't have to tell you, hey, you have to do that. No, I think you can help us. Hitting coach, you can help, but you can help yourself too. And sometimes you have to ask the coach, hey, I want to go outside. I want to go hit extra. Because as a coach, we do anything that the player asks us. This is what I tell the coaches sometimes. Look, I tell the player, we are like a slave for you. If you want me to throw to you, you ask me, and tomorrow I'll be in the ballpark 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock and throw to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like me, I like better. Like I say, I repeat most of the time. I like to hit outside. Yeah, I like to see the coach to throw to me or anybody else that hit 2 minutes for the machine, especially after the season started, because the time is different. Yeah, see another thing that see the guys thinking you have to have a 100 swing every day to work and you hit it. Now you don't have to, because if you do that every day, by the middle of the season you're tired. You don't be able to swing the bat, and this is a proof. I see that thing happen all the time.
Yeah, you get you change your swing when you're tired and overswing, and you practice doing it wrong just a little bit, and that can affect how you play in the game. Speaking of affecting you in the game, Sandy Valdespino, he's a Cuban player. Versailles, we mentioned him. Zoilo, if I'm saying that right, Zoilo, is it Zoilo?
Zoilo, yeah.
Zoilo, yeah. And then there's a couple of guys that are from Cuba. You throw in Cesar Tovar, he's from Venezuela. Was there a little community of Spanish-speaking guys that were able to kind of figure a way out, where do we go to the market when we want to go get groceries, and where are we going to go get food? And we're in a strange new country. We're in a different city. And how are we going to survive? Was that a big part of helping you feel comfortable, is that there were other Cuban and Spanish-speaking players in the area for you?
When here in Minnesota was tough, because in Minnesota there was a lot of Spanish people, but living in St. Paul. St. Paul and Minneapolis are very close. It's a big Mexican community, you see.
Okay.
But you can go and get some Spanish food over there. But we got some crazy Cuban, like Soylo Versailles, I call crazy Cuban. Sometimes he drove from here to Chicago to go and buy some the Spanish food, everything. And or drive, what I mean? He said, was so crazy, I call him crazy. He used to go from here to Miami sometimes to get all the stuff for Christmas. And one year we cook it, we barbecue the pig in the snow. We open.
Yeah.
My wife's American. She think we were crazy. We open a hole in the backyard, and we barbecue a whole pig. Soylo, because Soylo, I said he was a crazy Cuban. If he want to eat something, he don't care if he go from here to Chicago or from here to Miami. He go a week, but he do it.
Well, Tony, there's not a whole lot of mangoes in Minnesota, right? You're missing mangoes. You bring Bob mangoes all the time. So you need somebody to go get your supplies, right?
Yeah, yes. Now we got everything here. Now you got this stuff. But not in those days was tough. We love when we go to New York. We used to go to New York. I used to go to the market, to the barrio. Yeah, bring me a lot of mangoes. I got some friend of mine, Julio Becker, brother, live there. And that was nice. We go to the community, and later one year, Pedro Ramos was playing for New York Yankees, my second year, and we used to go to the barrio. We used to go to play to eat some Spanish food. This is what we used to do most of the time. Soylo but speaking of that, we used to, go after the game and find a place, where we go eat and that, because it's different than today.
Hey, Harper, when he would come to L.A., I remember one time Fernando Tapani, him and myself went to a Cuban restaurant.
Yeah.
You would think I was walking in with Jesus Christ.
Yeah, now you talk.
How about he goes back? We took pictures with the chefs in the back.
You remember restaurant was the chicken? They went over there and they sell some jewelry too. They give me the medalla and they give me that thing. They
loved him there. They absolutely loved him in that.
1965.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Hey, Tony, you finally had a couple dollars in your pocket, so you could tip everybody real well, and they would have treated you like Jesus, man. You're a star, right? You're young. You had gold chain. How many gold chains did you have around your neck?
Yeah, but you get surprised. Sometimes you go to those Cuban places, and you don't forget about. They don't want nothing from you. They know you know can tip them anything. It's everything. It's like you know this. This is like I make a mistake one time here in Minnesota. They have this Italian restaurant that has the Cafe de Naples. Every time I used to go over there, eat. I love that Italian restaurant. I like that sash. I like all this good. But one day I tell the owner, you know something, I'm feeling bad about because I come in here and eat, and then you guys never want to get paid. You know to charge for my food. He said, you know, I make a mistake because from that day on I had to pay every time I come. But what? But what's good? No, what's good? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I guess there's another thing. Home cooking, there's nothing like it. I mean, when you go to the Golden Panda or something like that, it's not Chinese food. It right what they eat locally is completely different. Taco Bell is come on, that's not the same. So when you go to some of these restaurants that are a hole in the wall, but the food is genuine, it's authentic, it's exactly what it's cooked the same way you would have cooked it when you were back in Cuba, you know, in Pinar del Rio. There's a certain value that I'm sure that you got. Well, I'm not home, but this is as close as I can get when I'm in Los Angeles or when I'm in New York or when we go and play in Chicago. And you learn to value that, right, Tony?
Yes. Well, I learned a lot from different fellows, like Jim Cat. At one time, I was in Anaheim, California, and Jim Cat took me for lunch. I said, let's go to eat lunch at this Mexican restaurant. Well, there's a lot of Mexican restaurant close to the Hyatt Hotel.
Right.
I said, no, let's go take a taxi. We take a taxi. We went to the country about 5 or 6 miles in the country to eat in this Mexican restaurant. Jim knows exactly what he wants. Jim Cat.
Yeah.
They take care of me too. You see, I don't speak any English, very little English. Jim Cat, Jim Perry, they used to take care of me too. Those American guy too, you know. Jim Cat. Another time we were in Oakland, and Jim Cat asked me, Tony, tomorrow let's go eat lunch. Let's go eat some buffalo meat. I don't know what's buffalo meat means. In this restaurant, but Jim Cat used to take care of me, and Jim Perry and Camilo and Oro Barre, all those guys, you know, especially because I taken me a long time to learn to speak some English, you know.
Hey, speaking of Camilo Pascual, I want to tell you a story. Now, I got to know him in the locker room and everything, but I never knew. I want to see if Tony knows this. On his pitching hand, they never said it, he was missing his index finger. Did you know that, Tony?
Yeah.
He had no index finger on his right hand. Camilo Pascual. They never publicized that, but I couldn't believe it when I saw it.
I think maybe that was the reason he got the best curl in baseball. I never saw nobody have a curl like that.
Really?
Yeah, he used to throw the curveball, the ball. I see people swing and hit the ground because the ball come out straight down. He was a good pitcher.
So he only had 4.5 fingers. He was missing the last end of his index finger, and so he had a completely different grip, and the ball reacted differently, right?
I don't know if it make a difference, but it looked like it make a difference because his curve was the best in baseball.
Well, Bob had said earlier, and he probably has other players that they didn't want to go against you because you could hit anybody. Who were some of the tough pitchers that you went against that you said, man, I mean, in the World Series, you're facing Drysdale, you're facing Sandy Koufax, right? Steve Carlton, when he was just a young buck, came up with St. Louis. You didn't play them much, but who were the guys that really made it difficult for you to get on base?
I tell you what I'm saying, because I like some guys, you know what, you know, like to face them because the way they throw. Because I was looking from San Mateo, got my hitting in San Mateo, but he just throws so hard and so wow. He was very wow. It's very hard, you know, to concentration against him. But I was able to get some hitting against him. Nola Ryan throws so wild, so hard. That ball look like go through your body. I don't care to face him if you don't have to. But Rudy May used to get me out. He got the emotion as a breaking ball. I say, it's those days, can say no, I know face them, but he get luck and get me. And some of those guys, but the guys really don't like to face it. If you know how to is Sam Doward and Nola Ryan because they were very, very difficult.
Bob, Bob. Didn't you say that Sam had a particular incident where he goes, "Man, I don't want to throw that Tony Oliva guy. He hits everything that
Absolutely.
I throw." Isn't it interesting?
Tony hit. I had Sam and Tony talked a few months ago, and I think Tony hit 300 against Sam in his career.
Yeah, but he was still, you go over there to the plate, you say no matter who pitch, you have to hit it,
Yeah.
And this was for me. I don't care who pitch. I know I go try to hit the ball. I go hit it. I have to hit the ball and anything can happen. You know what I mean? Yeah. But
well, Vida Blue. Tell me about Vida.
Vida Blue. This one, when Oakland became a good thing, when they have a Vida Blue, a Hosmer, the two left-handed pitching.
Yes.
Before they got a cut pitch on time, he got a good pitch staff, but those two left to make a big difference. He was a very good pitcher, but I know only faced him a couple of times. I don't face Vida Blue that much.
What about Raleigh Fingers? He was on that team too. Late innings. Raleigh would come in the 8th and 9th.
Yeah, I faced him a few times. Yeah.
What about the four guys in Baltimore? Cuellar, McNally, and Palmer. Come on, man. Those guys were amazing.
Yeah, that was. But you know something? If you look at the records, I was so good. I was so lucky against Baltimore.
They're garbage, Bob. That's what he's basically saying. I hit those guys.
No. One time
he's too polite to say that, but that's what he's really saying.
No, I was lucky against them because one time we played for 4 or 5 games series, about 21 times, but they got about 16 hits against them over there. They got a song about me. They want me to get out of town. And that song, and they got it. But something? The better was the pitcher. He better get to the good thing, the good pitcher that when I don't know why, but I was lucky. Sometimes you have to be lucky because this time when I facing Baltimore, I understand the hit it. You have a Pepe game get your left field. I hit that ball in the left field fence so many times. Pop. It's unbelievable. And if you talk on Jim Palmer, he was funny. They got a song about me. They say, "Toneo, leave me alone." The Baltimore got a song against me. But you see, something you have it, you have a luck and get you that thing.
Yeah.
No matter
Harper, all I can tell you is this. Now think about this. Dean Chance, who was one of my dearest friends, in 1964, he had a 1.64 ERA.
Oh my
he had 11 shutouts. He had 3 other games, 9 innings or more, where he shut the team out, but the Angels were horseshit. So he didn't get a shutout or a decision, and he shut out the Yankees for 14 innings in Dodger Stadium. I was right there in the dugout, and no decision. So he actually would have had 14 shutouts. So when he tells me in 64 that this guy owned him then. So, I mean, and Bill Rigney said for just a few years in his prime, Bill Rigney said the best pitcher I ever saw was Dean Chance. For Alias, he didn't last that long, but when he told me this is the best hitter he ever saw, and he was on the bandwagon to get him in the Hall of Fame. Dean kept saying, he talked to Gene Michael with the Yankees, and he passed away. They were going to get him in the Hall of Fame, to get him in the Hall of Fame. Dean said, if there's anybody that ever belonged in the Hall of Fame, and there was a lot of, there's politics and everything, but I am just so glad when he went into Cooperstown, that was one of my happiest days since I've been on this earth. So, but all I can tell you, and it wasn't just Dean, all the pitchers told me that, so, but, Dean was unhittable. And he said,
I think because I swing everything closer, I hit it. that was, because Deep Chang, I tell you saying Deep Chang was nasty. In the whole Minnesota Twins, I got a look against him. I hit him pretty good.
Yeah.
But Kilibro, Allison, oh my goodness. All those guys have had time to handle him. I know they were at the hand hitter too. But he was netty. He throw hard, he throw a sink, he got a big curve, he throw everything. And he was a big guy too. And he not afraid to knock you down with it. He don't knock me down because I was a nice guy and speaking the language, And he liked me, but but he knocked Alice, Bobby Alice so many times. I know he's a right-handed hitter, the way he throws the ball sinking, it was different, but this young.
Tony, you said something a few minutes ago that really captured my curiosity. When you went against a really good pitcher, one of this Nolan Ryan, or whether it's Sam McDowell or Jim Palmer, did that fire you up a little bit to where, you know what, I'm going to play a little bit better today. I'm going to give a little bit extra effort. Tell me.
I think of some reason, that guy is good. It's going to be very, very close game that day. I think you try a little bit harder. I think the same thing, like some guys, you leave him sleeping, okay? Not throw him down. Like Richie Jackson, you knock him down, and he get to be better. Frank Robinson, like that, you leave him asleep. When I face a good team or a good pitcher, I think I concentrate better because of that pitch. You know what happened? The pitcher can concentrate better to throw his best pitch to get me out. Yeah, I want to make sure to hit his best pitch.
Yeah,
I think that will make a big difference too, you see.
Did you ever have, here's a picture here of you and Mickey Mantle shaking hands before a game. Did you ever want to say, hey, I know he's good, but I'm going to get 2 hits today, and he's only going to get 1. Did you ever have a competition that you would challenge yourself with when you went against another hitter and another team like the Yankees or maybe the Orioles or the Red Sox?
Well, when I go to the place, I want to make every swing count. I want to get a 4 for 4. If I got 1 hit, I want to get a 2. If I got a 2, I want to get a 3.
Yeah.
All the time, I want to make every swing count. And you have to know who's the pitcher, because most of the times I better hit it after I saw the first pitch. But if I face a guy like Sam McDowell or Sandy Koufax or one of those big guys, then I know I'll give him nothing. I'll be ready for swing the first pitch if I have to. But I study because you can be great pitches, but you can hit it good, or depends if you know what he throw. Like you said, Catfish Hunter was a great pitcher.
Yes.
He's in the Hall of Fame, but I used to give him the first pitches, the first time I batted most of the time, because after that I got some idea, what he's going to do. But now,
would that change then over the years? Would you always look at the first pitch just so you see it, and then later on you go, no, this is too good, I'm going to hit the first pitch?
No, this change depends on the pitch. You see,
okay.
Right. I said the first pitch, you have to have a confidence. Like me, I know the guy not going to truck me out. Now today, some people took out 2, 3, or 4 times in the game. I think if it doesn't happen to me, I think I want to hang myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It means a lot to me to hit the ball. If I know, like I said, no, Ryan not giving him nothing because he was too wild, he threw too hard. I've been ready from the first pitch. But I better hit it. I was better hit after the first pitch.
What would you do differently with Nolan Ryan? Would you speed up? Would you slow down? Would you swing harder or not as hard? What would you do to kind of match that speed that not everybody could throw 98, 99, 101? But what would you do in order to offset what he did, but to get your timing right?
A lot of those guys who throw a lot of harder like that, I move back from the play a little bit. I give it the play. I concentrate to hit the ball. You have to look for his best pitches. The best pitch is fastball. You want to hit it. You want to go. You want to hit it to the middle. You don't try to hit to the middle. I don't try to hit to the middle. Never. I try to hit the ball to opposite field or pull the ball. Okay. Because the middle take care by yourself. If you try to hit the ball through the middle, you're going to miss too many pitches right there that you can pull it out of the ballpark. But because you concentrate to hit the ball through the middle, you only hit the ball through the middle. You know what I mean? I want to hit the ball to left field or pull the ball. But the guy who throws very hard like that and move from the plate a little bit and concentrate to go to opposite field against him. You know, because a guy who throws harder like that, he should throw. Most of the time he will throw this is the pitch he will use the most. It's the best pitch. The good pitches, he has to throw his best pitch to get you out. Anytime he's in trouble, he wants to get you on his best pitch. I like to a guy throw harder like that. I don't want to go to try to hit the ball. I'm out. He goes to me out maybe. You see, maybe get look and get hurt of the ball. But if I go to opposite field, I see the ball longer. I'll be able to hit the ball.
And there's a math in that equation too, where the pitcher, your two middle infielders, and you got four guys. If you hit it up the middle, that can play defense against you. Where if you hit it down the left field line, there's only two: the third baseman and the left fielder. There's a number game that is in your advantage if you are able to hit to certain parts of the field.
I think you're right. You got a better chance. I think when you try hit the ball through the middle, only through the middle, you see, you cheat yourself because it's too easy to think about the middle. When you try to hit the corners, you can use it. You go to opposite field, one way or another, you have a better chance to hit the ball better and get a better, produce more. Like right now, you see a lot of balls that the people hit a lot of shot through the middle, right there, the shortstop play there or second base play there. When it's nobody playing in second base or nobody play but shortstop, make a big difference.
Tony, you mentioned a moment ago that you moved back and then moved away from the plate just a little bit when you went against Nolan Ryan. I picked this picture on purpose because your front foot is almost out of the box in the front. Can you see this picture that I just put up for you?
Yeah.
So you moved up in the box against this guy. I don't even know who it is. It doesn't matter.
No,
so you would adjust and move your feet or move to give yourself the best advantage based on what you knew the pitcher was going to try to do against you every time, right?
Sometimes you started that before. Like you said, this guy pitching today. This guy throw too hard. I think throw a lot of breaking balls. That he got a good slide or good curve. He throw a split ball, however, or speed in this way. And those days they throw a lot of speed ball or Vaseline ball, however,
Right.
Those guys you want to hit in the middle or front,
Yeah.
That guy, that there look like I was facing somebody who not throw too hard. It's somebody who throw a lot of breaking ball. And you see, you want to hit the ball in the front. You don't want to win the way in the back.
Yeah. If you move back in the box, the ball's going to break more and it's harder to hit, right? So you're trying to meet the math and get in front of that ball before it starts to break, those last couple inches before it crosses the plate, right?
Yeah, you're right. This guy, throw that hard. The guy who throw hard, you have to. I think for me, I prefer to be in the white line in the back.
In the back of the box. Sure. Yeah. Well, just amazing stuff here. Now I got a couple of pictures of the All-Star game. You win the Gold Glove in '66. You're a batting champion in '64, '65, and '71. Early
73,
on, you win it. What'd I say?
71 to 73.
Well, I got him as a AL batting champion in '71.
Yeah, 71.
8-time All-Star. Tony, what was that like the first time that you get to go to an All-Star game and you're playing with all these legends in the locker room before the game and they walk up to you and go, "Hey kid, I know who you are." What was that like?
Well, for me, it was unbelievable because I was right there in the other staff, all those guys, hanging out or Kitty Brody and in the American League, you got Mickey Mantle, you got all those guys, it's unbelievable. You see in the National League, you have you had hang out with the Willie May and Clemente and Cepeda, all this, this all about count a few. In National League, Digo, in American League, when I Kilibru, with Kilibru and Mickey Mantle, I say, man, I in the same level on this guy and the other style. You start thinking, if you belong there, because you're a rookie. And those days you had to have a great year to be a rookie all-star. I don't know if I was the first one make a rookie right there,
How about 8 All-Star games? 8.
Yeah. Every other year you're going. You played 15 years, 8 times you're an all-star, Gold Glove winner. You can only be Rookie of the Year once. You win that. From 64 to 71, you're playing in the All-Star game every year. You're the guy. You're the man.
I was lucky. Yeah.
Hey, one thing about this picture here, both of these, your bat is almost completely flat when you finish your swing. Both different swings in different places, but your bat position. How did coaches try to fine-tune your swing, which didn't need much fine-tuning at all, to where you could be even that much better? Did you look at photos like this and go, okay, I know I'm swinging. This was probably a double because the bat, the angle that the bat goes through, the path of the swing, you can only hit the ball when you do it right way, and you do it the right way.
Well, you see, I think in those days for me, the low pitch, the knee for there's a lot of balls. I like for the ball for the knee down, the low one. This is the ball I used to hit it like a golf ball. You know what I mean? All the other ball, my bat was more level. But you see, when you take level, naturally your bat go up. You see, and you hit ball. I don't try to hit home run. I don't try to lift the ball. This I like right now. They try to change the something you've been doing for years, and now they want to change you. You have to swing up, everything up. You see a lot of people who don't have no power hit a lot of power fly. And before was very important to hit high average, hit the ball. If you hit the ball, you have a chance. If you have a power, you hit a home run no matter what. If you don't have a power, you hit too many home runs.
No.
But for me, I want to hit the ball hard to up the fury. I like to pull the ball. But I sometimes try to pull it. I know who's the guy I can pull it, who's the guy I want to go to opposite field. And that helped for me. And you see, for most of the time, I try to swing most level swing. No level, because really that you don't swing the ball, it's no level, it's a little bit up,
Yeah.
And the low one, if it's low one, this is the one I scoop. I like hitting a golf ball.
Well, I notice in all the helmets that you have back here, what the heck is this, Tony? You've got tape. You did this. Is this from Cuba? This is a Pinar del Rio tape and a piece of plexiglass. What the heck?
Look at that. You know what was that? That was in 1964. The first year they put a flap in the hammer here in the United States. No Cuba. I wish it was in Cuba. If it wasn't Cuba, they'd been rich. That was here in the United States because, you see when they see a TC right there, the hammer, I got a hidden bottom right there in the hammer, and they open a hole in the hammer because the hammer before was, the flap. The hammer before there was a hat. The flat is to protect you.
Right. There's no ear fold, so you made one right there and you attached it with duct tape, right?
No. They make it that one 64. Late 64, they make it that one for me. I started, and after that, they come out on that, and other bodies used to do, a few players that were, because I started hitting the face. They hit me right here.
Yeah.
In my head, and they open a hole in my hammer, they break my hammer. I went to hospital in Baltimore for 2 days. And later, I went to hospital for 2 days in Baltimore.
2 days? My gosh, man.
Yeah. And after that, they come out by the emergency season. They come out on the hammer, from that flap. And nobody and me with that, usually I'm about late 65 or 66. you know, they come out on the hammer already who have the flap. A lot of people that use a flap. Rat Carew never used a hammer on flat.
No, he didn't. That's right. Mickey Mantle didn't, right? And now today you got guys like Justin Hayward who got hit right in the chops, man. He got hit in the cheek, and so now they wear that other flap that protects your jawline, not just your ear.
Yeah, well, before man, you get hit a lot because they used to throw to you. No, because sometimes some was the accident and some they throw to you.
That's right.
If you good, especially when you're a rookie. I remember my first couple of months, I spent more time in the ground than stand up. But what happened every time I stand up, I was swing the bat, I got a land dry. I was here for 400 the first 2 months.
Yes.
And he's on long balls too. Not all that base hit, no doubles, no triples, home runs too.
Yeah. If you're going to knock me down, I'm going to make you pay. I don't care if it's Bob Gibson or if it's Catfish Hunter. You throw at me, I'm going to make you pay for it.
I tell you, saying I was lucky because I get better after they throw to me. I used to get better.
Hey, whether it's the All-Star Game or World Series, when you see those banners, something special. What was that like for you getting a chance to play for championships? I mean, you win 2. As a player and a coach, but being involved in these big games, and the game is a little bit longer because it's slower, because they're spending more time trying to pick off that runner. They're going to step off the rubber to try to mess you up. This is really intense. It's a thinking man's game, and when you're playing for a championship, there's so much on the line. What was it like for you the first time there in '65 and you're going against the Dodgers?
Well, that was a dream. That was a dream coming true for a player. When you live in spring training, you think, hey, we got a chance to be in the championship. And being the championship, man, it's something unbelievable. You say, now we're here. Now we have tried to win this thing, And the good thing is that you're here. When you're ready in the championship, some two teams, 2 champions, 2 good. Only one go win. You want to be the number 1. But the same not happen to us. Some of those people think that we're going to lose in 4 because the Dodgers was the Dodgers. It was the same, for the pitcher staff. But they forget it. We got a good team too. And we lost. I still think that we lost the World Series because we had to play in the Dodger Stadium. In the Dodger Stadium, we never win in the Dodger Stadium. We have had time to beat California in the stadium. Over there in the Dodger Stadium. The Dodger Stadium was prepared especially for the Dodgers. And they have a great team for them. They can fly. Matty World, Tommy Davis, Willie Davis, all those guys, they can fly. And they have a Sandy Koufax. Sandy, pitcher in the Dodger Stadium was difficult, very difficult.
And they had the only all-switch hitting infield. Wes Parker, Jim Lefevre, Maury Wills, and Jim Gilliam. Only time in history they had switch hitters in all 4 positions.
Wow. Yeah, that's a rare thing. Was there an advantage for you getting a chance to play in the cold? You know what I mean? Where you knew it was going to get cold there in October, in late September in Minneapolis. It does every year. And it's still 85 degrees out in Los Angeles when you go play the Dodgers for the games out there.
Well, for us, the one thing is, I like hot weather better than cold weather, but you have to play. We're not thinking too much about. But the Dodgers was a teams that came the different. They're very fast and they have a great pitching staff, and they can do also the little things. We surprise everybody. We surprise them too. Because we beat the guys there, we beat Koufax. And later, the problem was that we not was able to win again in LA. They come out and beat us. They played very good. And we went to the 7th game, and Koufax was on the pitch for a couple of days and rest. But when he needed the first 3 innings, he was in trouble. But Gilliam played third base. I don't know how he was playing third base that day. For two men at base, and Sullivan side hit a bullet over third base,
Yep.
line over the base, and he make a great play, and that was the game. That was the game because after that, Sandy get better. You know, he was throwing. You know, his fastball was moving. You know, he threw. This is people. This is the only pitch that swing 3 or 4 fastball in a row and never touch the ball. Never, you know, it's like swing. Yeah, telling my wife, I think it's some wrong with my eyes. When I come back after World Series, I went to the doctor and checked it out, and the doctor said, no, nothing happened. Well, Sandy was throwing the ball it looked like it got the eyes in my body. Swing and miss, you know.
So Tony, the doctor said, your eyes are fine. You just had to hit against Sandy Koufax. That's the problem. It's not your eyes.
That was different. But I say, man, you know, because I face, you know, I face, you know, my dad, I face a lot of guys who throw harder here. And for Sandy got all one motion. Everything throw from here, you see, from overhead, and the good hook, good curve, and his fastball goes. You know, looking like the eyes, you know. But
how about Sandy's catcher, John Roseborough, was later Tony's teammate with the
yeah. Oh man, that year we think that when he come out here, we play. Roseborough was the catch. The year we play Baltimore, we play Boston too. He got a pretty good year here from us. We got a good time. He was a good man, good catcher.
Pete Rose said once that he goes, I had to face Sandy Koufax so many times in my life, and I guess he knew I hit 251 against whatever, and he took a book and he just dropped it and it hit the ground. He goes, that's what Sandy Koufax curveball was like. It was like hitting a book that was just falling from the sky. It's unbelievable how good he was, and you had to face him. And Bob, you said he hit a home run against Don Drysdale. I mean, what was it about?
I was there.
What was it about the Minnesota Twins that had you wonder, where did this team come from and how did they get so good and why are they playing in the World Series? Bob, what was that like for you?
Well, I think I'm saying people did not realize that when we Minnesota Twins, the people say Minnesota West Side. Minnesota is all the cowboy and country people over there. You know, it's not baseball, but they forgot it that they put a great team together. Killebrew, he home run for 2. Allison, Michi, sort of inside, he come out.
Jim Lemon, remember Jim Lemon?
And Jim Lemon, but Jim Lemon was before me, you know.
Yeah.
A little bit. But later when I played, Jim Lemon was a player then, but that was Soilo, have great years. You know, Bobby Allison, we got Jimmy Hall. You see, myself, I come from the rookie, from the minor league, make a big difference. In the club, and Killebrew and Mitchell, we got a good bullpen. Yep. You see the pitches, we got a pretty good some pitches. Jim Carter, Mocha Grant, he got a great year that year.
Oh, great.
You know, Jim Perry come out, Camilo, he get hurt for the first part of the season. He win a whole bunch of games, and he get hurt.
Mudcat Grant wins 21 games for you, right? And then Jim Cott was 18. Jim Perry had 12 wins. Al Worthington had 10 wins and 7 losses in relief. I mean, Johnny Klipstein, he had 9 wins for you. I mean, altogether, you could pitch. You told us earlier how you could hit. You guys put the ball in play. You had a great team.
It was great to see Jim Cott and Tony go in the Hall of Fame together.
That was unbelievable. Yeah, that was so nice to be able to go on Jim Cott. Because Jim Cott and me, we played in the Trojan League in 1961. He already wasn't a big league ball player. But when we played in St. Petersburg in the Trojan League, we played together. In those days, the pitches, he lot of ground balls, lot of fly ball to the outfield. And he did that to me. He lot of fly ball to me. He lot of ground ball, you know. He having a chance to show me when I first started, you know, back in 1961.
You went from the pinstripes with a like a navy blue color, and then you added red, and you went with the Cincinnati red type pants, and you had the no belt, but you had the red, white, and blue belt around that. Baseball was changing. They were trying to market the game a little bit different. The uniform changed quite a bit, the logo and everything like that. Was that something that bothered you, or were you okay with, oh, look, I don't care where I am, I don't care what I play like? But there are some clubs like the Astros really struggled with their uniform. You guys had a really cool uniform for your first decade while you were in the league. I loved it.
You're right. We don't change too much, and really, I don't care. They don't have to come to the ballpark and be in line, not and play. This is what was the matter with me. But we have the good. Our uniform was good looking all the time. Yeah, it was good uniform.
Yeah. Well, all things must come to an end. What happens near the end of your career? Your knees, Bob said, were bothering you. It was hard to run. You didn't have the same speed getting out of the box. Were there people in the management or the general manager that said, "Hey, Tony, it's about time you hang him up"? What was the discussion like for you?
Well, I don't have no discussion. I was so lucky, so blessed that I played for Minnesota Twins. Have a go on it. With Calvin Griffey, I remember 1975. Calvin Griffey said, "Tony, your knee, I don't know if you'll be able to play." In going to 76, and I said, "Well, Mr. Griffey, I can tell you right now what I'm going to do, but I go let in springtime 76." But Griffey told me, one thing, you can have a job here for us the long you want it. And that was, when somebody comes like that, it's something you don't hear that too often. And when I went down in 72nd spring training, I was in spring training. I went to his office and said, "Griffey, Mr. Griffey, if you want, I can be playing coach, but I don't can be a player, full-time player." He said, "Okay, it's fine."
Wow.
It's fine. I go speak with the manager, and the manager says, "Okay, he agreed for me to be playing coach," and this is why I did it. From Calvin Griffith in 1976. And later, when they sold the ball club, Pollack told me the same thing. He said, "Tony, you can be here with us the long you want. You can be he brought me back to the big league as a hitting coach for Minnesota Twins 75. They were not, in 85, I come back as a hitting coach with the Twins. And that was a blessing for me and blessing for the Twins because a lot of the players like Kirby Packer, Ken Hobeck, Gaede, a lot of those guys played for me in the minor league when I was a hitting coach. And we were here in the big leagues from 85 to 91, and I was the hitting coach, and we win 2 World Series. I think that was beautiful.
Hey, Harper, do you think they loved him in Minnesota?
Well, I love Minnesota too.
Maybe.
I'm going to show you, Harper. I want to show you one of my favorite pictures. It's Tony's last year. This is a picture of Tony's last year, and it's there's 10 batting titles in that picture, and I never won one. So that's one of my favorite pictures.
Yeah. Another thing I like in Minnesota, man, can you believe they built the statue of me in the stadium? And from the stadium, they did a beautiful statue. That was beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
I like that. I can't believe it comes from little Cuba and the country Cuba to be in Minnesota and won the beautiful stadium. You never been in Minnesota, you come into Minnesota to see the stadium. We got a great stadium here.
Hey, Harper, where's the George
stadium now? Not the Metrodome, not the Metrodome, the one that they're playing in today, correct?
Today. Yeah, but Metrodome, people don't remember one thing. They have to remember one thing, that we have to give a lot of credit to Metrodome. The Metrodome saved Minnesota. If you know what's about Metrodome, Minnesota probably don't have a big league team here.
Because they can play inside, right?
Yeah, we play inside. I think if we play inside right now, well, right here we got a beautiful stadium. But if this stadium was able to open and close, it was better yet for defense because a lot of people here coming from South Dakota, North Dakota, Iowa, Wisconsin, Canada, further Canada, coming here to Minnesota, you see. And Minnesota now is growing, not like before that we have it. Now Minnesota grow double that it was in the cities. But it's beautiful. The stadium we got now is beautiful. It's one of the best.
Yeah. Bob, I interrupted you.
Minnesota is great too. We draw every year 2 million. This year we draw less than 2 million, but most of the time 2 million, 3 million. You know, Minnesota is great for baseball.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't start that way, but you sure helped build it. Bob, please forgive me. I think I interrupted you before that last question. I apologize.
Oh, no, you didn't interrupt me.
No.
I'm just waiting to see the George Bush photo.
Okay, well, we'll go through photos.
No, you see the Bush, the president?
Yeah.
That was we take it.
There it is.
You know what we take of that? They take that picture they take and we play in Denver exhibition game.
Wow.
Yeah, in Denver. Back in
who was number 55? Who was that?
See, it was when we play all times game over there in Denver. Bush was playing first and base. Yeah, I hit the ball so hard to him. I hit a bullet. And he catch it. He make a nice play. Hey, in those days, I don't remember exactly what year. I think I got the picture here at home. I hit that ball so hard, man, one ball to him. What happened if I heard he become to be a
You heard the president, Tony. You can't do that. That's against the rules, right?
He was the first baseman at Yale.
Yeah, oh man, she. And later I said, well, it's funny.
The futures games?
Yeah, we played. That was an exhibition game. We played in Denver. And Bob Feller was there also.
I want to show these pictures.
And you're wearing that lousy twin red uniform. What the heck is that, Tony? You can't wear that uniform. That
was our there. That was the uniform. That was our uniform. Like in the 70s.
You like it with the red hat? You used to have the black hat or the navy.
No, that was the uniform. The white uniform. That was in the 70s.
Okay, well, yeah, and then you had the Cincinnati Red pant legs and all that kind of stuff. Talk a little bit about this.
My wife got us on here. I want to show to you.
All right, let's get it.
Can you change? Can
No,
you see?
you got to go over there where
okay.
Dad is and show
All
him really quick.
All right.
Because
So I want to show you some of my favorite pictures of Tony Oliva.
Oh, look at that!
Hey, that's terrific.
Who's that beautiful? What's that beautiful girl wearing that ugly guy
picture's
for?
one of Tony's books.
Hitchcock, South Dakota. That was in Hitchcock, South Dakota. Here's another one. This is another one.
Oh, that's terrific.
And here's our 50th wedding anniversary picture.
That
is
is
all? Only
unbelievable.
50 years?
Well, we've been married a lot longer. That was a long time ago.
That's what I said. He's a Hall of Famer in every aspect of his life, not just baseball.
Well,
Not
are we
just
sure
baseball.
that's what she's going to say? She may say, go take the trash out and do the laundry while you're at it.
And I want to show you these books. These are two books that Tony has been in. One, and this was in 2015. It's a great book. And this one is in 1973, a great book. Two great books. And Tony's son just wrote another great book. Tell him about that, Tony.
Honey, can you bring a little book? A libro.
Bricks.
I can't wait to read it.
Oh.
Yeah, you're gonna like it. You guys gonna enjoy it.
No hay problema, right? No hay problema.
Yeah.
Tell me.
No, bro, honey.
No problema.
She had it on there in the beginning. No hay problema.
Sí, bro,
Yes. Yep. She's having it.
no, it's you're gonna have a good time. See that book. Yeah. You know, it's that picture from the president, man. But he was a president yet. No, but he became a president. I said, man, what happened? What happened if I heard the president? I could be in trouble.
Was there any Secret Service there behind the scenes?
in those days, no, I don't. Well, I don't, the president or vice president, they all the time when they travel, they got somebody, but I don't know if it was the receiver service.
Yeah.
This is gonna be the new one.
Hold on, give me a second. I made a mistake, and go right ahead, Tony. Please tell us a little bit about this.
Well,
that's great.
Yeah.
It's a big
No hay
book.
problema. So what is that? Is that about all the easy times that you had going against Nolan Ryan and Sam McDowell?
This I like. He make the.
Now, this is a children's.
It's more children. Eh? It's for everybody, but more for children books. But it's good to read.
Nice book. It's a very nice book.
It's a nice book.
That's great. I'm going to definitely read it.
You'll have to find it.
Amazon? Do I go to Amazon or a bookstore?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be by the middle of this month. No, I don't think it's there yet.
Oh, it's just come out. Okay, terrific.
Yeah, it's come out brand new. Yeah.
All right, before we go, talk a little bit about your induction. What did that mean for you, especially as an older player who had been passed by and overlooked, and every year it smelled you just didn't have enough votes, Tony. What was that like for you and your family? I know your bride is right there, your daughter's nearby, your son obviously going, what do you got to do? You only hit 304. Are you kidding me? Your numbers, were there, 220 home runs, 947 RBIs. What was that like, having to wait every year and really getting turned down to the point where, did you ever think that you weren't going to get in at all?
Well, I was think that sooner or later I got a chance to be in, sooner or later. But I said, it'll be nice to go in when you're still alive.
No
because
kidding.
You can be able to enjoy it and see the people and see your family and see your friends, how they react. This is about like the last time, the last time that was very hard because of the last, it was only about 2 minutes before they called me like 4:22 or 20 seconds or something, about 2 or 3 minutes before it's all over. I know there was a lot of people here, like in the past, some other people been here in some other years. For this year was more that they think, hey, I got a chance. If everybody is here, if I don't make it, I know it will be very hard for everybody. For the family, for the friends, especially for the families. I was thinking, hey, if it's happy, fine. If it doesn't happen, hey, this is not the first time. It was hard, to think of that way. But I was prepared. I was prepared for the worst, in case, But was perfect because it was for the best. When the Jane called me and gave me the beautiful news, I don't know what to say.
Who called you? Who gave you the news?
The Jane, the Cooper Star,
Yes.
Yeah.
Jane
Scott.
Did you think for a moment that you were being punked? That somebody was teasing you, or did you know?
No. Because when they called me in that time, I said, well, for sure, I know was 100% for sure, but I said,
yeah.
Told me that when she talked, I know it was her because I recognized her voice from before.
Wow. Did you get emotional? Was that something that shed a tear or two, just to think, they did it? They got it right.
Yeah, a lot of people was here. Some people that don't know if you laugh or cry or what, was yeah. That was some kind of emotional thing, to be able to be in. A lot of people put a lot of had job to, had a lot of hard work to do. A lot of people did it, and nice people. They got here. My neighbor, they got 5 years before they put all this petition. They vote, how you call it?
The Vote Tony O
Vote Tony O
campaign.
campaign. You know, they did it for 1 year before, 5 years before. You know,
Is that when you missed by one vote one year?
One vote, me and Richard do one vote. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, because I was saying, you know, I know they keep it say, well, you know how, you know, the only excuse that they used to get to me, there was like, he don't play enough a year or so. But some other players make it. Was there, they play like might or less than me, and they don't have my record.
100%.
And they was then the Hall of Fame. You know,
a lot of them.
You know something? I got some record there. I got some record there that 50 years ago, almost 60 years ago, nobody break it yet.
Yeah.
You know, I don't say I was the best. I don't say I was 100% sure that I was a Hall of Fame. But I think the only people who is 100% sure they should be the Hall of Fame.
As far as I know,
it's like William Mayer, hang out, all those guys. But it's a lot of level, I think, you know. When they keep it say something like that, it's tough. These are like I see in my book. You say it's me think. I think it's not reason why Luis Tiant. They never put him in the Hall of Fame.
Mm.
You know, Louis Tiant?
Yeah, he should be in the Hall of Fame.
Louis Tiant should have been in the Hall of Fame years ago.
Yeah, Luis Tiant. You know, this something like that, I can't believe it.
They put in Jack Morris, who has a 390 lifetime ERA.
But he was tough. He wins that game too. Yeah, he was. But Luis Tiant, when he played, Luis Tiant, and 1 year he got a 160 something ERA. He got a nine game shut up. He only know that he went 228 games, and he played the first 5 or 6 years he played with a team who not score no run.
Yep.
You know, he was in those years he was I think in those years he played, he was in the first top 3 pitch in the American League.
100%.
They know that. A lot of the people know that. I don't know why the people they don't vote for him. I can understand that.
Well, we used to say there's only 3 Cubans that I know of in the Hall of Fame: Tony Perez, Tony Oliva, and Minnie Minoso. Is there any other Cubans in the Hall of Fame, Tony?
Yeah, it's a couple more, 2 or 3 more. First, they played before you know, it's 3 more Cubans.
Yeah.
They was very good Cuban. They playing in Negro League.
Oh yeah, those guys.
I've always said it's the Hall of Fame, not the Hall of Numbers. You know, a lot of it has to do with your ability. And Louis Tiant, there was a time in '75 where every kid that was in any form of baseball was doing the little flutter, and they were going to turn around and they were going to turn their number to the batter and pitch like Louis Tiant did. And for a while, he was a magician. And whether they vote for him or not. I want to change the subject really quickly, though, but keep it on the Hall of Fame. Tony, when you were told that you were in, how long were you given for a speech? Were you given 5 or 10? How many minutes? Was it unlimited?
Well, first of all, when they were talking about the speech, they've been asking me for the speech about 3 or 4 months.
They told you 10 minutes. Right?
Yeah, but later they said 10 minutes. But they keep it say, they want me to send the speech in and that, you know, it's tough, you know, to do that. I think that the worst part to go to the Hall of Fame is to prepare yourself for the speech. Because I'm not a speech person, I don't know, you know, but they said 9-10 minutes, you see. And finally, when I sent something in, a week before the ceremony, I went there. I don't know how many minutes I go speak. I know I don't want to speak too long, but I take it longer than I'm supposed to. I think they say about 9 minutes, but I don't know. I take a little bit longer, but You
Of
see,
course. Yeah.
I speak slow. I just speak
Is that what you told him? You speak slow, so you needed some
Hey,
extra
Tony,
time?
was there any Polakas and
I have a good time, because I got a good time because they give me, I got a speech, okay? For
Yeah.
most of the time, also guys read the speech and read this thing. I'm not reading nothing.
Nothing.
Put the
No.
picture there and look and put it down and put it through my mind what I want to say. Yeah, I think I covered what I want to say. I don't know how many minutes it take, but I don't think it take that long. I don't know exactly. How many minutes take? For how many minutes I talk,
That you didn't get a chance to say thank you to,
Yeah.
that you would want to. I would imagine with 10 minutes you had to
Well,
of
Then 10 minutes.
yeah, I work more than 10 minutes. I don't put it 10 minutes. I know they give me as a minute, but some other people talk a lot more. But I want to do it.
Yeah.
I want to tell a thank you. I went boom, 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 boom. I think I don't take maybe 15 minutes, but I take it. But I cover what I want to cover. I want to say thank you to the people, thank you to the people, thank you to the players, thank you to the Griffiths, thank you to my wife, and that. Was thank you. I know everybody was laughing. People have a good time. I think if the people have a good time, I think make it easier for me to keep it talking a little bit. Because I mentioned about, I waited, the people say, yeah, I waited 45 minutes, 45 years, and so on, so on. So, yeah, I want to say thank you to the all ball players. I just want to thank you to the ball club, to my teammates and that, but I don't mention nothing about me. That this and this and this and this. I think I'd speak about somebody else.
Yeah, you should have said you were just lucky, Tony.
Yeah, I tell you, I was lucky too. No, I'm not telling look, after that release me, and then they signed me again, I hit 400. I was a Superman then. The people start laughing like that, It's true. Because after that release you, and then you sign hit 400, and all of that can be 400, can be something fun. But later on this year, he come back, I hit 350. It make a big difference.
Yeah, it's
And
amazing.
that's a good looking picture too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Are you happy with the bust? Does it look like you? Some people, I look at the bust and I go, that doesn't look like anything like what the guy does. Are you happy with the work?
Yeah, I think they did a beautiful job. I think it's good. Yeah.
Hey, Tony, are you happy with the statue in
Minnesota? Oh man, yes.
That
was nice.
That looks just like you then, right?
It's nice. And now my grandkid went over there and get the statue and take some pictures. Man, that was nice to do that. It's something gonna be there forever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, Bob and I want to go to Minnesota just so we can put a mustache on the statue and make it look a little different. And
look like a Cuban.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. Combine this year.
Give a cigar from the Pinar del Rio Province farm that you grew up in, and just honor you, obviously, with all the great things. Here's some little kid that grows up in Cuba and becomes one of the greatest baseball players in the history of the world. What an incredible life, Tony. Thank you for sharing some of that with us here today.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you, Bob.
Tony, I love you. You know that.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
It was great to see Gordette and your beautiful daughter.
Okay. Yeah, I hope you guys come here to Minnesota.
Yeah, my mom was born in Rosemont, so just southeast of where Bloomington and the stadium was.
Yeah.
Hey, Tony, did you ever do ice fishing?
Tony, you take a 35 to your south, you're right there about 20 miles.
Yeah.
Hey, Tony, did you ever do ice fishing in Minnesota? Were they
one time no more? One time I said no mas. Shit, you crazy.
It's too cold. Yeah.
No, I'm scared to the ice, man. But you tell me, downstairs, that is ice. We went to Lake Malacca, boy, it's like an ocean, look like an ocean. You can hear that crack, crack. And my friend said, no, don't worry about. She cracked, the whole little building is moving. Hey, we went to Lake Malacca, this look like the parking lot. Right there you can get a truck, everything there. No.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. I got some friends in Minnesota, and they go, we lose more trucks to weak ice than anything else. You go out there and you go do ice fishing, but it doesn't always work out.
Yeah.
But everything seemed to work out with you. Before we go, Tony, 8-time All-Star, 2-time World Series champion. You got rings 2 times. Are you wearing any of your rings right now? Do you have either one?
I wear that Hall of Fame ring because that keep it tied in my finger. But most of the time I wear the World Series rings. But now I wear the Hall of Fame rings.
Yeah, that one fits probably real nice too. And do you have it on? Can we see it? Let me hold on just a second. Let me get another close up of you. Go right ahead. Hold it up right there. Isn't that amazing?
Wow.
Now, what does it say on it? Does it have your name on it, Tony, or is it just say Baseball Hall of Fame?
They don't got my name to it. They say Baseball Hall of Fame.
2022. Does it have the year you were inducted?
Yeah. 2022. Can you believe it? A little guy from a little farm in Cuba to be here in the United States and be in Cooperstown. I say Cooperstown and being in front of the stadium, Minnesota. That was, I can't believe it. I said, man, it's unbelievable. I said, God to make a miracle. That was a big miracle on me.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And all these former players, Tony, every one of them, when they're there at the ceremony, they clap for you, they stand, they get to honor you, and you're in a very, very special club. You can never be kicked out of it. And there's only a few hundred guys in the world that have played baseball that ever get that far, and you are one of them. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. As Dave Hunter said with the National Football League Hall of Fame years ago, he said it to me once, and I had nothing to do with it. I was just at a funeral. Chris Dolman had died. And Dave is this big 6'9" enormous human being. He goes, for all you did for the game, for all that you're still going to do for the game, we thank you. And so that's what I will pass on to you, Tony, for all that you did for baseball to make it fun, to make it better, and to improve it from where it is, and to create standards and break records, and then have those records still 50, 60 years later still standing. It sure says a lot about you. Thank you.
Harper, how about the people he came in contact with?
Oh,
every one of them he made happy. Do you think about that?
Not
Not Sam McDowell. He didn't ever made Sam happy. Sam would get sick the next day.
I see him sometimes. He looks a lot of weight now. He's Sam McDowell, man. He was nasty. Sam McDowell. Yeah. People don't know what they miss if you don't have to preach him. Sometimes said, forget it.
Hey, Tony, especially when he was hungover.
Yeah,
and he didn't shave for 3 days.
Yeah.
And he threw behind guys' heads.
Yeah, Sam McDowell was a great person. Yeah, I see him sometimes. Yeah, sometimes he comes to during spring training. Yeah. Sometimes they come to.
He works with bats.
Yeah, to talk to the players, and that is great. Yeah.
Mark Lemke, the second baseman for the Atlanta Braves when they won the World Series in '95, and you beat those Brave teams. One of those was in '96, I think '94. Excuse me. Anyways, I said, "Hey Lemmer, what's it like going up against a guy like Randy Johnson?" He goes, "Whoa. Why'd you go there?"
Yeah, why you want to go there, Randy Johnson?
He said the average human being has the instinctual ability to get out of the way of a 91, a 92 mile an hour fastball. Anything above 93, you're on your own. and Randy threw 97 at that time. He goes, so when Randy throws and he can tickle your ear as a lefty, right, that you would know because he's 6'10" and his arm is so long, and you never knew where the ball was going. It's a scary thing to get in the box. And Sam McDowell, you never knew where he was going to throw, did you?
McDowell threw harder than him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just absolutely amazing.
Ryan, oh my God. Not a Ryan throw one ball one time. We were playing Anaheim, California. But I remember the year, 1973. We were playing in Anaheim, California. Rod Carew was the hitter. And Carew, when facing Ryan, his tailor will be up, you know. This time, Ryan threw the ball was behind him and hit the defense. The defense was boom.
Yeah.
And that was the second hit. That was the next hit. So Rod Carew was over his side. I said, Ruben, what's happening? What's happening? He said, I think the ball went through my body. I think the ball went through.
It went right through him. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, man.
Ron Luciano, the umpire, wrote a book once, and I think it might have been Bob Boone behind the plate or something like that. And Nolan is on the mound, and he throws the first pitch, and pop, hits the glove, and Luciano goes, ball. And Boone looks back at him, and even the batter looks at him, ball. He goes, yeah, it sounded high. I kind of couldn't see it, but it sounded like it was a little high. And that's how Luciano said what it was like for him when Nolan was on the mound.
No, it's unbelievable. Yeah.
Yeah.
But people, a lot of times the kids think that when we play, the pitcher not throw hard. The pitcher throwing the 80 or 91, 92 top. They think the man was different. You say, yeah, because you don't have to face some Madawa and all of Ryan and all those guys. You know, if you face those guys, you know those guys was no different than the guys you face today.
Yeah.
The only difference is the guy you face, sometimes you have to be for 19 or 10 and throwing 100 miles per hour. And
they only last 4 innings today.
Yeah. And there's so many guys that can throw 100 now. Tommy John threw 78 miles an hour, you know, with this curveball, right?
Yeah.
So I think that you're going to have to schedule 1 or 2 more podcasts because I think that you continue to enter into conversations that we could make amazing with other commentary that could come in, because when they talk about how fast the pitches were and the story about Rod, it's real, it's fast. They talk about how the ball players and the pitchers in today's day throw so much faster. It's only because they have the technology to track it. They don't, since we didn't have the technology then, and I know we're all older than the generation Yers and Xers, they didn't have the ability to time the speeds and to track them, but they were fast and they were good and they were sharp.
Hey, Anita, we've got to have you on this podcast.
Getting into hitting. Oh, yeah. If you ever want to do a podcast with the children.
You know baseball, Anita. That's very well said.
In the era. I tell people at age 4, my mom could drop me off in the parking lot. And from the time I can relive my entrance and my exit and every single person I encountered at Met Stadium, because that was our family.
Isn't that great?
You know, that was our family. And there are a handful of children that are still in my genre, my age group, that experienced what I experienced.
Wow.
So, yeah.
What a amazing, no kidding, Anita. What a amazing life you and Tony. Again, we'll let you go now. It's been a couple hours. We appreciate it. Bob, final words about your friend and your Hall of Fame buddy, Tony Oliva.
Well, I'm so honored to have him on, and it's so good for him to. I always said, Tony, wherever he went, he sprinkled pixie dust around, and he just now for 2 hours sprinkled pixie dust everywhere, and it was really great to see Gordette and Anita. What a beautiful family you have, and you know, like I said before, you're not just a Hall of Fame baseball player; you're a Hall of Fame human being. And that's all I can say. I love you, Tony, and I can't wait.
I love you too, guys.
Yeah.
But
Well, the fun thing about it for me, Bob, was that without the ladies taking care of him, he wouldn't have even been able to be on the show. You know what I mean?
You're right. You're
They
right.
get all the credit and they deserve every bit of it. Well, folks, we want to say thank you. One of the original things that when Bob told me this, there's no way that the mathematical numbers could add up like this. His batting average was 304. His lefty batting average against lefties was 304. His batting average against righties was 304. His batting average in the Metropolitan Stadium in Minneapolis was 304. And guess what it was on the road? 304. Imagine that happening in a world today. It's just amazing the way that it works out. And thank you, Tony Oliva, for being a part of the show. For 100 Yards of Football, I'm Harper LeBel. It's Bob Case there in the middle and Tony Oliva on the right, the Major League Baseball Hall of Famer. We're so grateful that he was a part of the show. And thank you for being a part of the Sports Page with Bob Case.